Stand by for Boston Bruins hockey.
We're set to go. Here's Fred.
Nevin Marquardt is at center. Telvin is at right wing. At left wing, it is Jay Miller. And Kluzak with Curran, or the defenseman, a most unusual quintet. And here's Walter with a shot blocked by Kluzak. A second one just knocked away at the crease as Rooney cut in. Kluzak wrapped up by Walter, hit by Rooney, a jam by Marquardt. They battle in the corner and going at it. Rooney right away with Marquardt. Setting a tempo here. Steve Rooney out of Canton, Providence College. And Nevin Marquardt, who's been out with a hip pointer, but maybe hitting the punching bag and keeping him trim. And he does a pretty good job.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Butch Goring put that lineup on the ice to confuse the Canadiens or us. Gord Kluzak was scheduled to play left wing tonight. Well, the penalties being announced right now. Nevin Marquardt and Steve Rooney getting the matching penalties. Marquardt goes into the corner where Rooney is. Gives Steve a little shove, and there they go.
And Bobby Smith works it out. The penalty almost up. Smith breaks with Deblois and Ludwig. Off for Ludwig. The shot scores! Ludwig snapped it home. The first shot for the Canadiens. And Montreal leads 1-0. Walter comes out now for the faceoff between McPhee and Tremblay. Canadiens hurting on defense with Rick Green and Chelios both out. Green injured in a game against the Russians. The Russian team won 6-1. Burridge passed for Blum, but he can't control it. McPhee jams it in. And it's Blum going with McPhee.
Well, it was a matter of time for those two. John just gave him a pretty good check against the boards on the blue line before the last whistle. And McPhee and Blummer eventually found each other. John's strong kid, too. Versus McPhee's tough customer, too, for Montreal. Now the linesmen step in and will try to separate. Guys have a pretty good grip on one another. Well, they'll pick up 5 minutes each for fighting.
And with the score, Montreal 1, Boston 0. Bruins hockey will continue in a moment.
Well, I must admit the organist here, Jean Julien, has a sense of humor as the linesmen are ushering John Blum. And Mike McPhee to the penalty box. He's playing Dean Martin's Everybody Loves Somebody on the organ. Well, McPhee has picked up an extra penalty here. They both get the fighting penalties. You can see McPhee shaking his head. He picked up an extra 2 minutes. Fred, I did not hear the call.
Nor I. Ryan Walter takes over. Kluzak trying to keep it in, but he fell down, and Ludwig has it. Can't clear it out. Bork moving in, keeps it in. Kluzak in the corner, in front. Burridge shot. Scores! Burridge from Kluzak. The Bruins tie it up. And the game is tied at 1. Burridge from, and here's Miller and Nyland right on the faceoff. We haven't dropped the puck, and there they go. The two local boys from Boston, Miller from Natick, Nyland from West Roxbury, and they've had it before.
I don't think I could read the lips, Fred, but was Chris asking Jay how his holidays were? When we last left these two guys, this is exactly what they were doing. That was back at the Boston Garden. It was Jay Miller's first night up. Oh, these guys are really having a good time. Nyland's helmet is gone. And now the linesmen are going to get in between the two. Boy, that happened faster than you could say Randy Burridge. Jay Miller's only other shift was on the opening faceoff when Butch Goring had the demolition crew out. Jay Miller responding to the boos from the Forum crowd. As the fast guns for both clubs were out on the ice. Chris Nyland cooling off a little bit after round 1 with Jay Miller. I assume they're both getting fighting penalties. I don't believe there are any other penalties being handed out on this one. There's Jay. Time of the penalties, 12:29. They didn't even get a chance to drop the puck following Randy Burridge's goal.
1:28 left in the first period. 1-1 the score. Richer, Deblois, off the Walter, shot, right between the pads of Riggin. Again, seemingly too deep in the net. O'Connell trying to poke it in deep, does. Middleton check there. Bruins battle at the point, stop. Bork fires, kick out, save by Petty. And it's batted into the stands. And a face-off called and a break in the action. Let's pause for station identification.
This is TV 38, WSBK TV, Boston.
Well, Steve Penny coming up with some great goaltending in this second period. Look at that kick-out save there off of Ray Bork. Larry Robinson took a swipe at it, knocked it up into the seats. So we'll have another draw to the right of that man, Steve Penny.
Not cleared out. Knocked down by O'Connell. Holding along the line. Off for Bork. Bork trying to close. Drops it for O'Connell. A shot. Save Penny. Spectacular. Block. Steve Penny. And now at center ice, Bruins power play. Kluzak trying to lead Middleton in. Robinson knocks it away. 57 seconds left on the power play. The second of the period for Boston. O'Connell drives it in, and Robinson is there. He's going to practically play the whole game. His clear is into the stands. The face-off to the right of Penny. And Steve Penny very sharp as O'Connell had an excellent opportunity.
Boy, he was quick with the blocker on that shot by Mike. O'Connell got off a good shot that was headed stick side upstairs, and Penny came up quickly with the blocker to deflect it away. Bruins getting some good pressure off his power play. Well, they've just called O'Connell for a penalty. Here's the announcement. High sticking is the call. O'Connell gets a high sticking penalty, and Mike says, wait, are you kidding me? John D'Amico telling Mike, you better get in the box. Mike is bleeding, too. Look at that, Mike. Took a stick underneath the lip, the lower lip.
And he's going to the penalty box.
One of these days, Kerry Fraser called the game in Boston on Saturday night, a game in which a Gates Orlando high stick injured Charlie Simmers' right eye, and another high stick cut Ray Bork on the bridge of the nose. No penalties were called either time. Here, Mike obviously was cut by a stick and is headed to the dressing room to be tended to. Jay Miller is going to serve O'Connell's high sticking penalty, but I don't understand how a Canadian didn't hold the other end of that stick.
Well, I didn't see the play, but what obviously happened is somebody cut Mike O'Connell,
right,
and Mike retaliated,
sure.
And Frazier saw the retaliation. To Curvers, fed in deep, Riggin way out, pokes it up, but not out, kept in by the Canadians. Dahlin for Robinson, kept it in beautifully, off for Naslund, beautiful pass to Curvers, to Naslund, a dazzling play, and Naslund, power play, makes it 3-1.
Boy, you can't pass any better than the Canadians just did.
Jeff Courtnall, left wing side. Up over the line, cuts across in front, leaves it for Peterson. Courtnall took a heavy hit for that one. Smith is out with Tremblay and Richer. 1:10 left on the power play, and it's back to Robinson and across for Curvers, and a blast scores!
The one good power play they had. They got pressure on Penny, but he came up with some big stops. There's a big shot by Tom Curvers.
Kelvin fires it in. 4-1 Montreal lead. Casper with it. Forced deep by Robinson, centers it, and it's Nienhuis, a backhander, scores! Craig Nienhuis from Steve Casper with 4:47 left in the second period, and the Bruins get their second goal. 18 seconds left in the period. Bork starts for the Bruins. For Peterson, breaking in. Across for Middleton. For Courtnall, he scores with 7 seconds left. Beautiful passing. Peterson to Middleton, who saw Courtnall open, and Courtnall had an empty net. Bruins forecheck, but Tremblay gets it to Walter. Back at the line, struck D'Amico. Ooh, Nienhuis wrapped up Walter. Oh, what a hit he gave him. Nienhuis gave Walter the hit of the night. Around the boards, Curran has trouble. Nienhuis trying to knock it out. And here's Tremblay going after Nienhuis, tripping.
Well, Mario Tremblay knew that the chances were good, that he was going to get a penalty on this one, and he did. Penalty called at 3:56. We're laughing because we noticed here's a hit that Nienhuis put on Ryan Walter. Tremblay came back to try to help his teammate out. We were laughing because as the penalty is being announced, it now goes up on the scoreboard, Toronto 10 and Edmonton 9. They may run out of room on the scoreboard for that game.
Bork up the left wing side. Wraps it in around the boards. Middleton. Oh, Peterson. Oh, how they let that go, I'll never know. Most of the Bruins taken away here. They are shorthanded, trailing 4-3. Try to clear it. Curvis kept it in. And Darlene gets the goal. As the Canadiens salute their goaltender, Penny. And the final score is Montreal 5 and Boston 3. Bruins hockey will continue in a moment.